Hi guys, how are you? I'm Scarlett with Keller Williams and the Jody Avery team, and I want to talk to you today about a question that I get asked all the time. And that is, Scarlett, can I sell my house without using a realtor? The answer is yes. Of course you can, and I'm going to teach you how to do it. Let me start by saying that selling your house on your own is not for everybody. It could be complicated, it's not as easy as you think, but it is possible. So let's just go into step one, getting the real value of your house. Let me stress this to you. The real value of your house is not what you think your house is worth or what your friend thinks your house is worth. The real value of your house is determined by what the market is doing in your neighborhood on in your closest streets. Please do not use Zillow to find out the value of your house. Zillow is really good for you to see what's available out there. It's not a good tool to find out how much your house is worth. It's kind of like the G in lasagna, kind of pointless. If you're not sure how to get your hands on a proper CMA, reach out to me, text me, call me. No obligation, no worries. I won't give you a sales pitch. I will print it or email it to you. Why is it so important to price your house right? Because if you price it wrong, it's the kiss of death. The longest your house stays on the market, people are gonna start wondering, what is wrong with that house? Why nobody wants it? You don't want that happening to you. Step number 2, get your house ready to sell. You know that honey-do list? Those holes in the walls that you always wanted to patch, the weeds in the front, paint that ugly door? Maybe it is the time that you start doing that. Don't go overboard. You don't want to spend too much money. This is not the time that you're going to do the kitchen or redo the bathrooms. It is a really good idea that you get perspective. A different perspective. You may think that there's nothing wrong with your house at all, but you need to learn to look at your house from the buyer's eye. So this is when that brutal, honest friend, the one that we all have that doesn't have a filter, comes in handy. Yeah, invite a friend over, make them go around the house so they look at it like if it was the buyer. You'll be surprised about all the negative stuff that they're gonna point out. Step number 3. Hire a professional photographer. Okay, let me say that again. Hire a professional photographer. I know that the whole point of you selling your house on your own is to save money. Trust me on this. Don't skimp on this one. Good pictures will help you sell your home. Don't try to ask your buddy that has a nice camera. Not everybody knows how to take pictures for real estate. Also, please do not attempt to take the pictures with your phone because you may end up looking like this one. Ooh. Or that one. You don't want to look like that one. Number 4, get ready to market your house. Put a nice sign in the yard so anybody in your neighborhood knows that you're selling your house. Also, print out nice flyers. Use color, don't print black and white. And make sure that they don't look like the laundromat sign. Make sure that they look really nice. Also, market your house online. Post it on
Zillow, Trulia, Marketplace, Facebook, Craigslist.
Start describing your house. Please do not be lazy describing your house. Don't say, nice house for sale. No, mention all the awesome things your house has. When writing a description about your house, there's a couple of things, couple of gray areas that you should be really paying attention to. The Fair Housing Act and false advertisement. Violating any of these areas could get you in trouble. Legal trouble that you don't need. Number 5, be ready to deal with realtors. Remember, you decided to not have any realtor representation. 2 things are gonna happen. The first few days, you're gonna receive hundreds of calls from realtors. Trust me, hundreds of them. Your phone won't stop ringing, and it's gonna be a lot of realtors that are wanting to convince you to list your house with them. Please keep in mind that 97% of buyers out there are represented by a realtor. So the fact that you chose Not to have representation doesn't mean that your buyer won't have any. So be ready and start thinking about compensating that realtor that is going to bring you a buyer. If you choose not to compensate any realtor that will bring you a buyer, that means you're saying no to 97% of ready to buy buyers. Number 6, schedule showings. This could be overwhelming, guys. Be ready. Have a separate calendar. Keep track of every showing, cancellations, and make sure that your showings don't overlap each other. When people start calling you for showings, you need to have ready how they're going to access the property. Are you going to be the one showing the house? Are you going to put a lockbox in the front door? What happens if somebody loses the key? Who's going to have your key of your house? Who's coming to see your home? So please be safe. If you're kind of like iffy about letting people in or meeting somebody in your house, why don't you ask them to send you a picture of their ID? Remember, you gotta be safe. You need to keep in mind that there's a lot of buyers out there that are kind of like fake aficionado buyers. Are they going to make you waste your time? How do you know that you're going to be showing your house to people that are ready and qualified to buy? If you need help with that, screening buyers, once again, give me a call, no obligation. I'll be more than happy to help. Step number 7, keep it clean. And I'm talking about your house. Yeah, have it show ready at all times. Make sure it looks good and it smells good. Make your bed, fix the couch and the cushions. If you have sweaty teenager boys like I do, please tell them to pick up their dirty socks. Yeah. Or the stinky towel from the bathroom. If you have a cat, please clean the cat litter box. Number 8, negotiating offers. Remember, you don't have any representation, but the chances are that your buyer will. What if the realtor representing your buyer is a bulldog negotiator? You're gonna feel like going to trial without a lawyer. So things could get tricky. Get ready for that. Kind of like your Miranda rights. Anything that you say may be used against you. So just be careful. Make sure that you're really aware about what you're saying and what you shouldn't say. What about if you get lowball?
What about counter offers? How many times can you counter an offer? Do you know how to read a contract? What kind of contract did you get? What are the terms of the offer? What happens if you don't close at schedule? Where does the escrow money go? Do you get to keep the escrow money if the buyer cancels? Can the buyer cancel the contract?
These are questions that you should have study and be really informed before putting your house on the market. Please don't Google this kind of stuff. This is a time that you need to consult with a lawyer, a paralegal, or even a realtor. Number 9, inspections. Just when you thought the negotiations was over, the inspectors find a bunch of things that you need to repair. What do you do now?
How do you choose what you're going to repair? What's a deal breaker? Are you supposed to repair everything?
What's going to happen when the inspector finds that leak that you didn't tell the buyer about? So what do you do next? After all these things are found out, do you agree to fix everything or do you just give a discount on the price? The inspector is going to call you. You need to make an appointment, make sure that it works for your schedule and their schedule. Once again, how is the inspector going to access the house? Number 10, appraisals. Unless you have a cash buyer, chances are the lender or the bank is going to hire a professional appraisal to come over and make sure that the sales price of the house matches with the real value of the house. What happens if the appraisal report doesn't match with the price of the house?
Do you know how to revoke it? Can you challenge an appraiser? Can you get another one to come out and give you a new appraisal?
Number 11, title companies and legal documents. Find out who the best title companies around you are. Have a conversation with them so you understand how the taxes and other fees are going to be prorated.
County documents. What needs to be recorded? What is your responsibility as the seller?
Also find out what your closing fees will be. Number 12. You've done a lot of work. Now it's the time you get paid. Talk to your title company, find out how you're going to get paid.
Is the buyer going to bring a check? Is the title company going to wire the money into your bank account?
These are stuff that you need to have ironed out before the closing date. Alright guys, I hope this video was helpful and that your research online goes well. Remember, this process could be very, very emotionally exhausting. There's a lot of work involved. After all, you're going to be the one
taking the pictures, marketing your house, making sure your house is show ready. You're going to be the one negotiating the offers, paying attention to all the details.
So my advice to you, my final advice to you is buy extra wine and warn your kids and your spouse that your temper and your patience may be short during that time. Good luck, and if you ever get stuck in the process or have any question, please reach out to me. Like I said before, no obligation.